What's up, guys? I'm back for another tips and tricks video for Roland. And Sir Roland, and I'm about to tell you how to play him correctly in ranked. So I'm gonna make this really brief because my past videos have been really rambling on about the legend more than tips and tricks. But so let's get to his signatures. First thing I'm going to do, let's get right to his signatures. So his side signature is this, and it hits twice. Like that, right? It's pretty good. And what's that good for is when someone's dodging in place, like that, the second hit will probably hit him, right? But if he dodges through it, probably not. If he does, that's pretty good. But, so now let's get to his other signatures. Okay. Let's get his sword back. So his neutral signature for his sword is a kind of a tennis hit or a home run thing, baseball. But yeah, it's really good for making people not it's really good for edge guarding and for kind of getting people out the air because it has huge range. You can hit people. You can hit its hitbox. Hold up, let me go to the hitbox real quick. Its hitbox is insane, and the reason I say that, so stun, so hitbox, and let's show the damage. His hitbox is insane. Oh, that's not that much. You can hit, as you see there, you can hit someone that's right in front of you. Right in front of you. It's not really showing the hitbox that well. I don't. If you look for a glimpse, you can see the hitbox, but it hits. It's see this whole sword? It hits all over here in the ground, but it doesn't hit over here. So now his down signature is a kind of a knock-up. It's kind of like Athos, the Skeleton Lord, down, or I think it's his down signature. It does the same thing, but it brings it to him, and then he hits him up, and that's really good for knockouts. This isn't really that great for knockouts. This is just great for zoning your opponents and for kind of going into combos or something. Let's get his lance. So his down signatures for his lance is that, and it has insane range and insane knockout potential. His neutral is that it's an aerial cancel, and it does 20 damage. Pretty good for damaging your opponents out. And then what we're missing? His side signature, which is really good. It does that, and it does a pretty good amount of damage. That one hit does 19.7 damage, and it's really not that hard to hit with it, right? So if you miss this one, the first little dash thing, but you hit him with the air, we hit him in the air, not like that, like this. See, the first attack does 0.10 damage, which is nothing. Since that does 20, that probably does 20, so it's not that much. So now let's get to why you should play him and how you should play him, right? So let's get to why, since that's probably the title of the video. You should play this guy because he has insane attack speed for a tank. So I'm gonna put whatever. I'm gonna show you later, but he has insane attack speed for a tank because Brawlhalla has really low attack speed, but he has high attack damage, and he's a tank too. Meaning, when you don't land that many hits, but when you do land a hit, it's worth it with Brawlhalla. And then with Ulgrim, it's kind of the same deal, right? It's really the same deal, honestly, with him too. But with him, you have a little bit more attack, not attack speed, but movement speed too. Oh crap, my bad. With Roland, or if not with Roland, with Taros, you have high attack damage. You have really high attack damage too, which that's generally the case with tanks. You have a lot of damage, and you can take a lot of hits. Play offensively, right? Now, with this guy, I would recommend playing offensively, but every time I play Roland and the Roland beats me, he's usually a passive player, which it's not that I don't support passive play. I'm just kind of salty about it because I always get beat by passive players because I'm pretty offensive, and that kind of counters the me being offensive and crap. So you should play him why you should play him, let me just restate it, it's because he has a really high attack speed and he's a tank. So you should be in there doing damage, and let's say you get caught and he punishes you, doesn't matter. That's it, just keep going. So the thing I forgot to mention about his side signature is that, first of all, the hitbox is really cool, right? So if someone's right on you, like, usually you try to hit somebody and you see the hitbox is right in front of you, but if you're right on them, you can hit them. With his side signature, you can hit them. So that's really good for that. But what it's also good for is when they dodge in place. If you see someone dodging in place on the ground or in air, you can do it in the air too. Then you should just pop this signature out, because the first hit isn't gonna hit, but the second will, and the second does a pretty good amount of damage for just being a wake up call, basically. So let's talk about how you should play him. Like I said, you should play him offensively. Why? Because he has a lot of attack speed. Like I said, and that's really important. I'm repeating it because it's really important to know this. He has a lot of attack speed for a tank. So you should really be comboing with what you should be doing is playing with your lance. And it's like, oh well, usually you're supposed to poke people with your sword, and then you just knock them out with your lance. No, see, that one little fast attack does 26. You want to be, look at that. That's crazy. You want to be using that. You want to be using this, because that's pretty good too. Right? You want to be doing that with your lance, and his sword kind of plays into situational. His sword is really situational. So wait, what is it? That's what I'm trying to say. You shouldn't be using his sword a lot. At all. Or not at all, but you shouldn't be using his sword as much as his lance. But of course, you should be using his sword still when you need it. Let's say you're going against like a bow or a other lance user or a hammer. Always use your sword in those situations. Always. If you have an opportunity to get your sword and someone else is using a hammer, keep the sword. Trust me. It's way better than using a lance when you're going against a hammer. Way better. And I recommend you try to knock out somebody with your... If you're using this, you should knock out somebody like that. And if he's in the air, you should try to use that. But it's probably not going to hit because people are smarter than that. And with his lance, you should be using this, and the aerial doesn't really have that much knockout potential. That has a lot of knockout potential though, as you can see. So the last thing about him is that you shouldn't be in people's faces all the time. You should play smart with him, which is why he's so underrated. Unfortunately, he's really underrated. And I'm going to be putting a video in the description of a montage of him, which is really good. It's a really good montage, and you should check it out. And if you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more of these, comment down below and say what you want. I'm going to be doing Brawlhalla next, and someone requested this and Brawlhalla, so I'm going to be doing Brawlhalla next. But request what you want. And please, and if you really want to see if you really like my videos, please subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. And if you don't think this video is good, tell me. Say it. If you say it mean, it's okay. This is the Game Hogger. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Bruh. Loving Roland. Play him, dude. Trust me.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody ask me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so. Everybody asked me how I know. I smiled at them and said she told me so.